Kevin joins us. The heat is on, and it just keeps staying on for a while. It keeps
going, yeah. Temperatures back in the 90s today. We've got a little dip coming, which is great as we head towards the weekend. Some cooler air will arrive, but some monsoonal moisture is also here, and that's going to continue. St. George on the East Ridge, overcast skies. It looks like it's trying to rain. Aloft, there's a little bit of precipitation, but it's still so dry at the surface. Hard to get that to materialize into any sort of precipitation, at least in the St. George area. As you look to Ensign Peak, a little bit of blue skies. You can kind of see peeking through some of the camera. It's been an overcast day with our temperatures still staying in the upper 80s and low 90s. Wasatch Mountain State Park, pretty pictures coming in. Janice Noyce showing some of those hillsides, and they're starting to change. It's always a pretty time of the year, and look how green the golf course is, Janice. Thanks for sending it in. Vortex radar. A little bit of thunderstorms. You can see some creeping out just off to the east of St. George. Some bigger cells over the mountains, Panguitch, and rolling up south of Richfield. But the last hour or so, they've really waned in intensity. A little bit over by Colorado City, St. George, Ivins, up to Enterprise, just a bit. Southern Utah in general, they were bigger earlier, but they've really lost their energy. So Marysville, Monroe, excuse me, Highway 89, I-15, that's where we've been seeing some of the storms. 77 in Cedar City. What a nice little cool down with some of the clouds and the storms. 82 in Fillmore, 70 in Ely, but 89 in Salt Lake, 90 in Vernal. A little warmer in northern Utah. In fact, Logan is 91 right now. Compliments of some of that little bit more sunshine farther north you go. And we talked about it yesterday. The reason for that is we've got a high pressure over the Four Corners. It's pumping in moisture. But this high pressure that's kind of bubbled up over the Pacific Northwest, it's actually driving or stopping some of the northern progression from some of those storms. So you're kind of fighting two things. The south wants to come north, but the high to the north keeps pushing to the south. So we'll continue to see clouds over northern Utah. Central southern Utah tomorrow, pop-up thunderstorms. They get about as far north as Utah County, and that same thing happens on Friday, a little bit over into the Uintas. But the high to the north moves enough that by Saturday, that piece rolls through, and we have a 40% chance of some pop-up thunderstorms bringing some light rain to the valleys and some isolated thunderstorms across the north. Price, Manti, Nephi, all tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies, pop-up storms, 70s and 80s. Southern Utah, I've got rain for Beaver to Cedar City, Panguitch to Loa. Not huge rain, but a better chance for the most concentrated spot in Utah to get the rain tomorrow will be in those areas. St. George, generally dry thunderstorms, maybe a little bit of rain, but 40% chance through Friday, 30% chance Saturday. Drier and temperatures below normal as we head through the first of next week. Logan will stop at 88 tomorrow. West Valley will do the same with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Salt Lake goes from 67 in the morning to 89 in the afternoon, and Park City stops in the low 80s. 7-day forecast, upper 80s for 2, down to the low 80s, and that slight chance for a few storms on Saturday in the afternoon. We've got the U game. We've got the BYU game. I don't think there's going to be a huge problem with that, but there will be some gusty winds around, and then we settle into those low to mid 80s next week, which is pretty close to normal.
All right, like normal. Thank you, Kev.
Yeah, you bet.